Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. As I was getting ready to record this reading, I got this image of two souls pulling apart, coming back together, pulling apart again in this kind of never-ending dance at the soul level. And I feel that this is going to connect with someone who needs to hear it, hear part of this channel, of this collective. So I do want to share channeled information about potentially what could be going on with this dynamic to this person. As I always say, be sure to only take what resonates from these readings. It's really my goal through these readings to help you tap in more consciously with what you already know, with that inner voice within. But if you would like me to channel more specifically for you and your situation, subscribing to the channel does allow me to pick up on your energy more easily and channel more specific messages for you. So let's go ahead and get started with the Energy Oracle Cards deck. What does this person need to know who keeps pulling apart from someone? Wow, okay, wave of emotion already, just this feeling of almost wanting to cry, but it's not really tears of sadness. I'm hearing tears of an endless love, which is a very poetic and somewhat dramatic way of saying it, but that's really how it feels. Angel of Strength upright. So right away, I feel that I am connecting with a divine feminine here who has been really focusing on herself. There is this kind of air of independence about this card coming through from you. Also, this is sitting on the root chakra, so you may be someone who has been really focusing on something in your material world and honing in something in the physical, whether this is something to do with your work, your career, your home, your physical body. I feel like there's been some physical or material component to this path of independence and building your sense of self that you are on at this time. So I want to know what else is going on here. Deceit in the upright position. I'm hearing, are you lying to yourself about something? Carrying connections in the reverse, not being cared about or supported. Okay, so this is why whoever I'm speaking to here, why you and this other soul pulled apart most recently was because someone here was living a lie or living in a lie. And at the same time, someone was feeling really uncared about, unsupported in the physical material world by the other, which may be why Divine Feminine now you are focusing so heavily on self-care, on self-love, because these may have been things that fell by the wayside when you were connecting most recently with this soul in the physical. And of course, the fourth card to come out here is the Yin Yang card, which you guys know who watch my channel frequently. This is one of my top 2 twin flame cards in this deck. Now, of course, the twin flame path is highly sacred, highly protected. Only you can know for sure who your twin flame is or if you are on a twin flame journey. But this card coming out is a very strong indication, a signal of twin flame connection. And this card being reversed tells me that I just hear like, yes, this is your twin flame, but things were very unbalanced. And remaining physically 3D connected within this twin flame connection most recently required you, Divine Feminine, to keep yourself in a situation where you weren't being supported or where your own self-care practices, your own acts of self-love were falling by the wayside. I feel that the person living a lie was both of you to an extent, because this masculine was I see him when you were connected most recently being very surrounded by mistruth or deceit or self-deceit. There's a lot of either manipulation or illusion that he was buying into around him when you were most recently physically connected. So I want to know how this divine masculine, when you were most recently physically connected, how he was living a lie. Walking away reversed. I'm hearing he wasn't scared of you walking away because he thought that he had you fully. And because of this, he took you for granted. But why was this masculine taking the divine feminine for granted here? Ooh, okay. So this walking away reversed card can also signal an abandonment wound. So this masculine does have a fear of abandonment, a fear of being abandoned. And yet, ironically, with you, divine feminine, he reached a point where he wasn't afraid of you walking away. And so he took you for granted, but still this abandonment wound that I feel could have come from a mother figure, this could have come from early in his life, kept him, here we go, with man holding a heart reversed, kept him from fully opening his heart with compassion and love in the physical to you. Even though at the heart chakra level, your hearts are truly connected energetically, again, in that eternal dance that has you pulling away and coming back together again. With caring connections reversed, his fear of being abandoned caused him to attempt to never fully connect because there was this lie that he was telling himself, if I never fully give my heart over to my divine feminine, if I never fully connect with her in the physical, then somehow I don't have to fear being abandoned. I don't have to fear her walking away. But the thing is, when you did walk away, divine feminine, it did affect him and the truth came to light. He was illuminated with the realization that that was a lie he was telling himself when he told himself, if I never get connected, if I never get too attached, if I never open my heart completely to you, I am safe. He was actually creating the very reality he feared the most. He was buying into a lie because he already was connected. It didn't really matter what he did or didn't do in the physical. The connection was still there at the soul level. He may have denied this soul connection in the process as well. But now there is no denying it because that illusion has crumbled through you pulling away most recently, divine feminine. And at this time, this divine masculine is very much in his feelings with sacral chakra in the upright position. I'm hearing exclusivity. I don't want to connect sensually, physically with anybody else. I'm hearing putting you on a pedestal. And you can feel this, but it's happening at a distance, idealizing you and his past with you. But there's this frustration on the side of the feminine, this feeling of, if you're idealizing me now or you are now valuing me, why couldn't you have valued me in the past? And the true answer to that is because in the past, this divine masculine still believed a lie. He believed that if he never fully gave you his heart, he would be safe, and that if you ever left, he wouldn't feel it, he wouldn't care. But the opposite is true. So I want to know what this masculine is feeling at this time towards you, divine feminine, at this moment of in this eternal endless dance being pulled apart, grief. Grieving what I didn't do, grieving what I didn't give you. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, and that is what this card says, but also the higher self knowing that this divine masculine is coming into you. He is realizing that through loss of you in the physical divine feminine, which of course isn't really loss because you are in this endless eternal dance with one another, but in this current state of having pulled apart, he is now realizing the truth of how connected he's been to you all along, and he's realizing that was never dependent on how close you were in the physical, on how much he shared with you in the physical. With other people, this masculine was able to keep others in his life, friends, family members, previous lovers, at a distance by not sharing too much of himself with them, by not giving too much of his time, his heart, his energy to them. So he tried to play the same game with you, Divine Feminine. He tried to not give you too much of his time, his energy, himself, emotionally, his true, raw, authentic self. But the game didn't work with you. Unlike those others who left and he didn't feel a thing, who left and he was glad that he didn't give himself more to them because he didn't have to experience the pain of losing them. Unlike in those situations, with you, Divine Feminine, he tried to hold himself back while you were together physically, and he still now is suffering the pain of losing you. In fact, it's a pain that he's never quite felt like. He's never felt a pain like this before. I actually feel that this is impacting his physical health to a degree, in the sense that with health reversed, he either feels so emotional, I want to almost say like depressed, just grieving you, this connection, that he isn't fully taking care of himself physically as he could be. He may have let certain physical appearance things that he may have cared about in the past go by the wayside because he's almost feeling this obsessive sense of focus on you, Divine Feminine. But this also could speak to Divine Masculines I'm tapping into here, just simply focusing less on the physical, on the material world. It's like nothing else really matters to me except you. With the cards Pride and Courage, I'm hearing this Divine Masculine's higher self say to him, your courage, your true spiritual courage, is going to have to overcome your pride for you to fully step forward. I feel like you and this person may almost be in this waiting period, this limbo period in the physical, where you still feel this intense interconnectedness to one another. But I sense you, Divine Feminine, waiting for this masculine, not waiting really because I don't feel you waiting. I feel you focusing on yourself. I feel you really going through a lot of powerful and beautiful spiritual metamorphosis, not necessarily fixating on this person or situation at this time. But when I say waiting, I mean spiritually there is this limbo period where the masculine is being called to rise up here. This is something you cannot do for him, Divine Feminine. His higher self is urging him to, again, to overcome his pride, his ego, with his true spiritual courage. And during this time where you are now pulled apart with meditate and contemplate, this masculine is spending a lot of time alone, very much in his head, very much in his emotions. I'm getting the name John or Josh for someone listening, or the letter initials J, O, H, or N. Pisces energy is also coming through for someone here. But I get that this masculine, even if he wouldn't consider himself to be meditating in the traditional sense or to be doing traditionally spiritual things, he is being forced divinely into this time where he feels a lot of separateness from his own physical reality, his own physical world. Again, there's a shift in focus here. And what that is doing is putting him in a position where he is now being pushed into his feelings, his emotionality, his mind. And this is bringing out more of his spiritual nature, which is causing him to realize more of the spiritual truth of this connection to you. With rest and rejuvenation reversed, I do sense that since this recent pulling apart in the physical, or I should say most recent in this eternal dance, this coming together and pulling away of your two souls in the physical, in the most recent pulling apart, and since then, this masculine has really struggled to establish a strong sleep pattern. He's been lying awake a lot at night thinking, and I want to know what this masculine is thinking about. Deceit in the upright position. Wow, very synchronistic. This card is coming out again. Thinking about the ways in which he bought into a lie And I'm feeling guided to pull a few shoebox messages for specifically what lie this masculine was buying into. But as I am pulling those, I do want to let you know, if you are connecting with this reading, I have created a 7-chakra twin flame energy clearing subliminal, as well as a twin flame surrender subliminal meditation. I do recommend both of these if you are someone connecting with this reading, because the 7-chakra energy clearing is a very comprehensive twin flame energy block clearing tool designed to really help you to magnetize your energy field for unconditional love, releasing any blockages or barriers to that unconditionally loving frequency within yourself, but also between yourself and any high vibrational soul connections or your twin flame at this time that might be in your energy field. So this will help you to simply attract more love, more positive attention and unconditional love into your life from all sources, people, and places, but specifically from your highest vibrational forms of soul connection, like your physical twin flame counterpart. But in connection with this, the twin flame surrender meditation will really help you to balance your inner divine masculine and divine feminine, and also to get into that flow state of trusting the universe, trusting the divine, because I am sensing that you and this person are in this sort of limbo period of your connection, but at the same time, you divine feminine listening are being guided to surrender, to leave, to hold that space, so to speak, for the masculine to come to these powerful spiritual realizations he is coming to, and do the healing work, shift on his own and in his own way. So the links to these 2 subliminals are in the pinned comment and description box under the video. They do come from my subliminal site, soundandsoulful.com. So as you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. I just saw the number 1717 for someone, by the way. But these subliminals are deep subconscious mind reprogramming tools designed to help you shift your energy through the subconscious mind, through unconscious affirmations, which will deeply rewrite the programs of your subconscious and allow you to quickly magnetize your energy for your desires in life. So when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account on my website, you can access either of these subliminals linked below, or any other subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days. And again, all of that information is under this video. So now the lie, the deceit card coming out upright. This masculine is losing sleep, and a lot of what he's been thinking about is regret over a lie he bought into. So what lie did this masculine buy into? Talking, healing, entangled, empty. Okay, wow, very powerful cards. So with this talking card, I feel this masculine saying, I want to have a really meaningful conversation with you, divine feminine, about these realizations that I've been having. But I feel this masculine is someone who struggles to put things into words. And this is especially compounded by the fact that much of this information, these realizations he's coming into, are very new. So he has a low self-confidence with solar plexus reversed in his ability to put this into words to you. But what he's feeling is that he in the past was very entangled in something that he is now healing from, that he is now cutting out of his life for the purpose of healing, because whatever this entanglement was, I'm getting a lot of karmic energy from it. It left him feeling very empty in the ends. Yeah, this entanglement was a karmic block in the sacral chakra, manifested as something in the physical world that we would call a karmic behavior pattern, an addiction. This could have been a karmic relationship for some. And again, whatever this was in the physical was really just a manifestation of a block in the sacral, which was this masculine trying to avoid fully opening up, fully being true, authentic, open, raw, emotional with you, divine feminine, in the physical world. But what he's realizing, the truth of what he's realizing is that, well, first of all, there is no opening up or closing off to you spiritually. He was never really in control of that. He was under this illusion of being able to control how much he opened up to you, when he shut off to you. But what he realized when you walked away, or when this connection most recently pulled apart, is that he isn't in control over how he feels with you, and also that he is entirely transparent to you. No matter what he says or does, you, divine feminine, see and feel the truth from him. He can't hide that truth on a soul level. In the past, I feel that inability to be closed off to you, divine feminine, may have actually scared him. It's like, why can I not close myself off to you? But now that truth that you pull out of him because he can't hide it from you is actually healing him. I feel almost in the past he may have felt frustrated or resentful when he was living very unconsciously of how bonded he felt to you. It's like, why can't I let this person go? And why does this person see right through me? I can't hide anything. I can't close off to them. This may have been frustrating to him when he was trying to live unconsciously, but now that dynamic is actually creating a profound healing within him, because he is beginning to surrender a bit, again, to let go of some of that pride, some of that ego. He is beginning to develop a bit of true spiritual courage and allow that healing and aligning work to take place within him, instead of resisting it, instead of resisting you, divine feminine, which was really resisting his true inner divine feminine nature with goddess of the moon reversed. But the way in which he has developed, or is beginning to develop, that spiritual courage is through you, divine feminine, through your self-focus, because we get the Angel of Strength card up right through you, allowing this space, allowing this pulling apart to occur, and for the resulting realizations to occur within this divine masculine, which are quickly breaking loose of energy that has felt stuck in a rut or in a loop for a long time, with all tied up, reversed. Wow, very, very powerful messages coming through this reading. I do want to pull just one final card from the Starseed Oracle for the divine feminines listening to this reading. What is one final message for you at this time? I'm sorry. Of course, this is coming from your divine masculine counterpart here. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. I'm hearing, let me make it right. But from a higher self level, this masculine is saying, thank you for holding the space for me, even if it looks like a separation in the physical 3D world, so that I can be the one to step up into my healing, so that this stuck energy that has kept us both in loops and karmic cycles and patterns and triggering back and forth with one another, so that that all can be healed through this space, through this current pulling apart. Thank you. And I'm sorry for the times in the past that I felt resentful or frustrated for the ways that I couldn't close myself off to you, because I'm now realizing the beauty and the power of such a transparent soul connection as the one we share to one another. So, wow, what a powerful reading. Thank you so much to those of you who co-created this reading, because without you, these readings would not be possible. We are all growing, shifting, manifesting together. And I am so grateful to all of you who are subscribed here, who are part of making this happen through this channel, through this beautiful space here on YouTube. If you are resonating with the reading, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Also, I do invite you to subscribe and join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more inspiring information and energy updates, especially for twin flames. The link to the Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing and the Twin Flame surrender subliminals are in the pinned comment and description box under the video for those of you who feel guided to them. Otherwise, I am wishing you the most beautiful, magical rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.